Conservation is a state of harmony between humans and the land. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Sustainable Living with Shilpa Reddy, powered by Planet Green Farm Natura, a new beginning to your life. On this episode, we will know a lot about entrepreneurial journey with a sustainable approach. Today, on yet another episode of Dermiq Nature Tycoon, I have with me an inspiring, energetic, very positive person. She is not only a dashing entrepreneur, but also a great business strategist. Clean skincare made out of clean ingredients is her brand philosophy. Let's welcome the founder of the Tribe Concepts, Amritha Gaddam. Hi, Amritha.
Hi Shilpa, thank you so much for calling me to your show. This is I must say that this is something that I really look up to, whatever you do, and being a part of this show is today like something like really big for me. So thank you so much for calling me
Don't
to
you
your
think
show.
you earned to be here on this show? We want to share your success story in the sustainable space.
I'm glad that I'm usually not someone like who go out and talk so much, but it is your show, and I thought that this is the right place where I can also talk about our story, because the right audience are also going to look at
Right.
it. So
And I think you'll also inspire a lot of young entrepreneurs
thank
at
you
the
so
same
much.
time.
Thank you so
So I
much.
want to start
Yes.
by asking you, from a finance graduate
Yes.
to someone who founded a skin and hair care company, how did that happen?
That's actually a very big story.
Okay.
So, actually, business is something that I always had it in me, like a passion. So, business
Okay.
was always my passion. But, and yeah, of course, I have done a lot of things like, like my personal projects and things while I was in college. But,
Business related?
business related,
Okay.
but the tribe concepts has more of my personal story to it than my passion. So it's both the mixture of my passion and my personal story that created the tribe concepts.
Okay.
When I was so I am basically from Rajahmundry. So all my schooling till my 10th standard was in Rajahmundry. So after my 10th, all my education was outside Rajahmundry. I was never in Rajahmundry after
Okay.
that. So suddenly I got access to a lot of things, okay, like chemical treatments, like
Okay.
hairstyling, like
Right.
I still remember in my 11th and 12th standard I have gone for chemical straightening 4 times. At that is
Hair
small
straightening,
hair
is it?
straightening.
Okay. Okay.
So all these things took a toll on my health and skin at a very young age. So I was diagnosed with PCOD, and that time PCOD was, now it is common, everyone are talking about it, but the time I was discovered, no one knows about it much.
That's right.
And it really took a big toll on me personally, because I was like I am a person who never got any health issues.
Okay.
So and suddenly something like this happening, and it was really big for me. And that too, what do people say? They say this is a lifelong condition. You should live with it. Like So that's when I was going back to my mother and I was talking to her, like, see, this is what happened. She's like, she told me something that's still, like, it's there in my ear. She's
Okay.
like, you were not like this until you were with me. I am like, what do you mean? She's like, I raised you guys so well, like, till your 10th standard. I still remember, second standard, first standard, when I was in my second and third, my breakfast was ragi malt and vegetable juice.
Wow.
So that's how health conscious my mother is. She's very good at, all these things. And just like I took it, this thing on myself after my 10th away from home, and it really affected me. So that's when I asked her, like, whatever you did that time, you start sending those things to me.
Okay.
So I started receiving all her skin care, hair care, and like, even the turmeric powders and the edibles, and
Okay.
everyone around me started liking it. So I still remember when I was doing my MBA in Symbiosis Bangalore, 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock midnight snack for us used to be like having this warm turmeric water mixture that my mom sent. We
Wow.
had memories of that. So yeah, I mean, I had that in me that time itself, that this has to be taken to a bigger level. But I was studying finance at for my MBA at
Okay.
Symbiosis, and I had to I did get placed in a my company in the college itself.
Okay.
I immediately got a college placement in a very good corporate company,
Okay.
and I wanted to take this. I wanted to get that corporate experience also
Right.
before starting my business,
Huh.
and It was brilliant. I started my corporate journey with Act Fibernet. It's
Okay.
very popular
Yeah,
in
yeah, of
Hyderabad
course.
also.
Yes.
So one thing, it really helped me a lot in the way I, really design my company today. One
Okay.
thing I learned from Act Fibernet was that, along with customer first, your employee is also first. So, that as a philosophy, brilliant things I learned from Act Fibernet that I carry forward even in my
In your
company today.
company. Okay.
And yeah, I mean, that's how it all started. Then, then after 2-3 years of experience, I thought like, now it's time. I got the good experience and it's time for me to start the tribe concept. So the idea that I always wanted to take forward, we did all the required research and set all the groundwork for that,
Okay.
and we started it.
So your company follows our ancient tradition and ancient wisdom,
Yeah.
called Ayurveda.
Yeah.
Why Ayurveda? Like, is it a conscious choice, or what expertise do you have in that
Yeah.
segment?
First of all, my father, he is an Ayurvedic professional for the last 30 years. He's an
Oh,
Ayurvedic doctor.
that's where it comes
Yeah, so
from.
it comes from there. And as kids, we have always been exposed to Ayurveda for everything.
Okay.
And one thing I learned from my father, being a doctor, and that is something that today, even for tribe concepts, we try to apply. It's about Ayurveda is a lifestyle. Suppose if
Okay.
someone comes to my father saying that I have a fever or cold, he gives a medicine for that, like, our usual medicines, like, the English medicine,
Paracetamol or
paracetamols
whatever.
kind of, he
Yeah.
gives that. But then he tells, if you are someone who are usually prone to, fever and cold, try doing this, like, try taking this Ayurvedic powder, or, try taking more of turmeric or pepper as a combination of that, or any
Okay.
other that kind of a prescription. He says that you will eventually, that problem will not be there. So it will reduce it. It's
Prevention.
like a prevention.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
believed in prevention is better than cure.
When you know that you're prone to something, how to kind of, like minimize it or
Right,
completely
right, right,
take care of it. Okay.
right. So that was there right from childhood. Like, we have always, like, my mom, as I was telling you, like, everything, like, she always believed that age old recipes, Ayurvedic recipes, they always have the thing in them and they
That's
always
true.
give you results and solutions. And one thing we were taught is always about that they are a procedure, they are a lifestyle. It's not something you can get instant results
Quick
out of
fix. It's
it.
not like a
They are
quick
not at all a
fix.
quick fix. So
Okay.
it's like that. So, I always believed in it right from my childhood. So that's how we really wanted to take that entire tradition of Ayurveda forward, especially with the world also recognizing Ayurveda so much,
In a
and people
big
are
way now.
looking at the results. Like,
Correct.
Tribe Concepts also, more than a skincare brand, I look at it like how people are getting brilliant results out of it. So that's why, they're I personally, like, how I got affected, and I started using like natural procedures, natural remedies, and I got results out of it. So I think it's more about they have magic. So wanted to take that forward. Yeah.
So always had a question, like, today it's the day of convenience. See, as great as it sounds,
Yeah.
we still do have our chemical products in
Right.
our,
Right.
shelves.
Right.
Is it okay to mix a few products of Ayurveda with the ones you already have or your favorites that you cannot let go of?
Absolutely, because I also do that. I mean,
Okay.
all of us do. If, for example, if I am coming to this show, the quick fix that I can do is like wear makeup, and I really love that. But as skincare, makeup is an instant thing, like, that keeps your skin good for the next 4-5 hours.
That's it.
But what do you do for your skin and hair otherwise? So,
Post that.
yeah, post that or before that to
Yes.
maintain your skin. You are like number one example of
Oh
that.
God.
Like how you take really good care of your skin internally, externally. You believe in all
Right.
natural things and the plant-based foods, and you grow plants.
That's
Like,
right.
so this is like that. So it's a wonderful combination, and that's what we want to tell with Tribe Concept. Like today, I
Okay.
am also telling that I have an organic hair cleanser in Tribe Concept. I use it only 2 to 3 times a week, and the third time I use a chemical shampoo if I have to be in a hurry, or I want
Right.
to do that. So, and even if it is not hurry for whatever reason, like it's not available with me, I use it, so it's okay. So, so the one thing that we want to tell is try to use these products, natural products, or a natural lifestyle, even if it is natural fruit, as much as you can. So
Right.
there is no rule to it that just say no to
Yeah.
chemicals, don't wear makeup, don't have moisturizers, don't do skincare. No, it's
Right.
not
So
that.
you
It's
can
about
mix few of
you can
your Ayurvedic
happily mix
products
it
with,
and
okay,
you can use it, and it's about like try to limit them as much as possible and
correct.
try to do this. So it's that.
Why the name Tribe Concepts and how did that evolve?
So it's a very interesting thing. So the tribe concepts as a name, it did not come just like that. There was like a lot of research done for that.
Okay.
So when we really wanted to start this, so we were actually looking at like what do we want to do? Like, I know that, we wanted to create natural products and we want that natural products to go out. But what is the objective of that? So my objective was to create a group of people, like,
Okay.
a tribe of people
Okay.
that will really stick to this regime and that will really enjoy this journey of sustainability. So that's when the word tribe was very important. And simultaneously, it also, like, takes you back to the roots, like the tribes, like
Correct.
our culture. So taking
Absolutely.
our culture's concept. So the concepts of the tribe, the concepts of the past tribe, concepts of the future tribe that we want to create.
Create.
So together, it's the tribe concepts.
See, today you're a huge, successful company, and I see that even on Sustain Card,
Yes.
you're doing pretty well. How do you stand out from so many other brands which are coming up? Because I myself get so many hampers every
Right,
day,
right.
all of whom are claiming that they are, from Ayurvedic
Right,
formulas.
right.
So, what is that you're doing differently, wherein you could see success at such a short span?
Shilpa, the main thing was, I think, for the tribe concepts was products were received very well by people. People love products. In fact, today I'm very proud to say that we have extremely good retention rate. The customers returning to us.
Right.
So people love the products, and I think it's very easy. Like, one thing I want to tell today is, if you're talking about the same organic hair cleanser I was telling, so I'm very open with the formula. I have this 5 ingredients and nothing else in them. So very openly we are putting the formula. So that means anyone can do.
Right.
Okay, like, how will they do it? So they go and they might buy the product. So where are you buying the products from? So everything, the quality and the proportions, everything does the magic. So
Okay.
at the tribe concepts, we really ensure that the ingredients are coming from the right source,
Okay.
like from the right places, right from the farms. If you look at our shikakai powder and soap net, they come from really preservative-free forest base, and we
Okay.
go out of our way to get them. And
Right.
if in case it's not available, I would rather put a out of stock than trying to get an alternative from a random place. So
Okay.
very sure and very particular about where my ingredient is coming from. And the second biggest thing is proportion. Proportion plays a major
I'm sure
important
that's
role.
the whole,
Yeah,
the
that's the
formula
whole
clicks in
thing.
there.
Because if shikakai powder was so good at cleansing, we wouldn't be having a shampoo today, right?
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
that's the whole thing, like, playing with the proportion right. So my father's expertise and my mother, who also looks very closely into the entire formulations and
Oh, wonderful.
manufacturing and all. So their expertise have helped a lot in creating this
So it's
brilliant
like a
products.
family
Yeah,
team
it's more
working
like a
towards
family team.
tribe
So,
concepts.
yeah, Aprupa, who's my sister, she also handles the entire operations.
Okay.
So, it's more like, and Vamshi Krishna, who also is my husband, he enters the entire technical,
Okay.
he looks after all that. So, it's more like a proper family
That's so wonderful,
construction, and
really.
everyone are very passionate about taking this forward.
And I
So,
think all single focus, driven for the
very,
same cause. I can
very,
imagine. No wonder you
yeah.
are where you are today.
No, but very important for us.
Right.
Like, something like what is the product? No compromise at all.
Okay.
Like, there were times during COVID also, zero compromise on, like,
Sourcing.
quality or
Huh.
sourcing or things like that. So I think the product is really, and of course the way we give it, like in the most sustainable way, that is very, again, very important. Right from beginning, we were very sure that I'm not going to give it in a way that they are going to throw it after finishing it off. So you have to reuse it. So how can I reuse it?
Right.
So these are some of the things from beginning we are very particular that today, like, has helped us in creating a differentiation to the brand.
Right.
Yeah.
What is your definition of sustainability and what are the practices that you follow at your workplace
Yeah.
and on a personal level?
For me, sustainability is trying to be as much close to nature as possible and trying to minimize overdoing things, and especially things which can have an alternative. You know,
Okay.
something where, for example, a bigger thing, if you have to really follow a sustainable route, suppose say something is very difficult for you, it's okay, I mean, don't do that. But what about the simpler things which you can do, like, you know, avoiding a plastic water bottle, or like, you know, trying to do something
Yeah,
like
that's
carrying
something
your
very
own
doable.
water bottle. So these kind of simple things, like, you know, trying to be minimal as much as possible, and trying to be close to nature as much as possible. I always like this word, as much as possible, because it doesn't put pressure on you.
That's right.
And that small thing really like makes a difference, because the moment you think I'm anyway not doing it, so let me not do it. So instead of that, think like, you know, you did little, that's
Yeah.
fine. Like, you know, these are the
Yeah.
words that really make difference. And at workplace, I think the way we talk to all our employees, it has gotten built in them, that, you know, that the way they don't encourage lot of waste, they don't encourage lot of plastic coming. I still remember when very initially, like, you know, almost like a year, our company is like 1.5 year old now. So
Okay.
a year back, we asked our employees to get tea. So the HR spoke to the tea contractor. So he got tea and snacks.
Okay.
So what happened was, on the second day, they came and they told that, please buy us a gas stove and give us like steel, you know, tea
Tea glasses.
glasses.
Huh.
Like, why? What happened? He's giving it in paper cups, and we are throwing a lot of paper waste every day. And
Okay.
that, you know, he's giving us snacks, and he's also getting it in a lot of waste. Instead of that, we would rather make our own tea than,
Oh,
you know,
how
like.
wonderful.
I mean, I was shocked, because they are also seeing, right, like how we are very particular about like less wastage. Like, you
Correct.
know, I mean, we tell them that, you know, sometimes some samples come and strictly like, no, because they are of this kind of, you know, material, or this kind
Okay.
of procedures or way. So somewhere this entire thing was inbuilt in the entire, you know, chain of the employees. Also, they are all very conscious and
You said
try to,
that culture in your
very
at your
much as a
workplace.
culture, correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
And on in your home, like on a personal level?
On a personal level also, like, you know, I try to do maximum like simple things, like, you know, how much ever I can, like, you know,
Okay.
like as I told you about the water bottles. In fact, also at the office, when we observed that people are obviously it happens in every workplace, that everyone carries a water bottle. So
Right.
what do? They get your plastic water bottles, and then they come, they fill in the water
Yes.
containers there in the office. So immediately what we did was, for one of our events, we distributed steel water bottles to every employee
Okay.
with their names.
Oh,
So, you know, now everyone is getting those water bottles.
right.
So these are simple things, like, you know, even we take it forward. And on a personal level also, like, you know, trying to segregate waste, and, you know,
Right.
even at home, like the vegetable waste, like, you
The
know,
wet and the
how to the
dry.
wet and
Huh.
the dry waste, and even the vegetable waste separately. These are simple things that are not taking much of my time. So
Okay.
I will do that. So if it is
Wonderful.
taking a lot of my time, and, like, you know, if it is really a problem, then I understand from everyone's perspective. But these simple things are things that, you know, they're like non-negotiable. So you have to do it, yeah, for the planet.
Do you have anything that you want to say to the young entrepreneurs in sustainable space? How differently can they do their businesses?
One thing I will tell is, for any business entrepreneur like who asks me, I tell them that you have to do it. So that is something that, you know, just figure out it and do it. Like, you know, it's like I never say anything like, you know, don't do it, this is like this is like that. And something is like, if someone is passionate, they have to find a way to do it, because otherwise it sticks to you forever that, you know, you have not tried it. So
Right.
it's okay to fail, it's okay to, like, you know, I mean, even I have failed. Like, tribe concepts is almost like my 7th or 8th successful one. Like, there are like 6 7 things I tried in the past that really did not take up so well, but
Okay.
I enjoyed the process
It's a
of
learning
doing. Like,
process,
it's all a
right?
learning,
Yeah.
it's like not repeating them. So it's okay to fail, but then you have to do it. And about the sustainable space, be very conscious, like, you know, everything matters. And the moment you enter, there will be a lot of diverting things. For example, for us, the steel tin is
Right.
like many people told, that plastic container is 2 rupees,
So much
1.5
cheaper.
rupees. Like, go, like, do one thing, do this for your samples. Like, these kind of things. So
Correct. You get
don't
tempted to
deviate.
kind of,
Yeah,
cut your
tempting,
costs.
cutting the costs. During COVID, we had a lot of issues procuring the steel tins.
Okay.
So we just said out of stock. Like, we really, and then later on we came with a method of like having refills and like, the paper pouches
Okay.
and things like that. But we were never tempted, like, during the times when we don't have also, let me give it in a plastic container or things like that. So
Right.
sustainability definitely comes with a cost and comes with a responsibility
Correct.
and with
And
a lot of
integrity.
deviating factors, integrity. So you have to stick to your values if you want to enter the sustainable
Right.
journey, not let anyone tempt you or deviate you from the ethos and values you were sticking to.
Right.
And yes, I mean, and I will always tell, do it. Do it. That's it. 1,000 brands are there, no problem. Do it.
Do it.
So it's okay, you will
Yeah.
learn.
Is it true that you need to create a lot of awareness and educate and give a lot of information to your clients, especially in the sustainable space,
Definitely.
to educate them and for them to even understand what they're paying for?
Yes, to an extent, because I mean, one good thing that is happening right now, especially during the COVID, was we did a lot of Instagram lives and we did a lot of like educative videos and we used a lot of content creators to educate people.
So it's
And
important, you're saying.
there was time and people were listening, and
Okay.
somewhere the current this thing was they're kind of educated already. But it was a process. As you
Okay.
said, it is important to educate them how to use, what are the benefits, what are the difference between
Right.
choosing this versus a chemical. So
Right.
it is very important to educate.
Does the profits come much later than other businesses?
Not really, because it's all about, I think, as a brand, as a anything, like when you started, it's all about how people are accepting it. When people started accepting it, when there is a lot of word of mouth everywhere, people are enjoying the products, then there is a lot of word of mouth, people are buying it, and like, then it's a successful business. So it's about like how have people accepted it? Were you able to reach to people? And somewhere these products, they are not that difficult to use, especially the hair oils and
That's right.
face cleansers and body cleansers. So they're just very simple. It's just that it might take a little bit more of your time. You have to mix it with water and you need bowls
And
and
also the steps, what after
steps.
what?
Yeah,
If
what
you're already
after?
using a moisturizer, when will
When do
this
you
fit
say?
into your
Correct,
beauty
correct,
regime?
correct,
All
correct.
of that I think needs to be
All of
educated.
that
Yeah.
needs to be educated, but somewhere, like, sometimes people figure it out and or they experiment it. And first of all, when you enjoy the product,
Right.
so everything comes secondary.
Correct.
So
You're
that
right.
is like the main important thing.
How do you audit your raw material and what process do you have to cleanse or clean?
Yeah.
The hygiene of your
Yeah.
company.
This is something which is like very important for us. Like, as I told you, the biggest thing is the source. So if the source is right, like almost like 80 to 90% of things are like in the proper direction only.
Okay.
Because if I want a shikakai powder today, I can get it in Amazon. I can get it anyway.
Right.
That's why like people are not able to replicate this, because when my formula is out, I told you what 5 ingredients are there. It's so simple to go into an Amazon and buy all that 5 and try to create it.
Right.
But that's where quality comes, because how is that powder which is there or in any of your Amazon or any of your online stores, how do you know the authenticity of it? Because
Right.
I don't know the authenticity of it.
Correct.
So the source is very important. After coming from the source also, there is strict methods of doing things in controlled temperatures. There are some places, I think we were discussing this last time also, like, how they go beyond the temperatures and kill the nutrients of
That's
the
right.
products, in the process of sanitizing or cleaning the product.
And
So,
also to make the process quicker.
quicker is a very this big word. So yeah, quicker. So we don't do that. We just use it in controlled temperatures and to the right temperature, because the product should work. At the end of the day, it should
Right.
smell like a shikakai powder also, right?
Not completely killed and dried up
Not
and-
completely killed and dried and things like that. So yeah.
Amrita, how do you identify your clientele? And who are your target clientele and how do you get to them?
The clientele earlier was a conscious customer.
Okay.
When we started, we wanted to reach out to the conscious customer. But today I think we want to create a conscious customer.
Oh, that's so nicely put.
Yeah, because earlier we were like looking at like who is this person who's going to use these products, like
Right.
some people like who are health conscious, who are sustainable conscious, like tying up with the
Correct.
right sustainable people. But today it's about inculcating the culture of sustainability in people,
Putting
and
them into your
putting
wagon.
them like we want them to be added to our tribe.
Okay.
So it's like creating that this thing that this is good, this is better than your regular products, this is, you should give a try for it. So this
Right.
is how we are trying to give that to the customers, so they try it and they like it and they continue using it. So
Right.
there are sometimes that people who say that no, we are not using it like a lot of times, we have just started getting into this culture. That's still okay, but it's
They're
like just
experimenting.
give it a a start to it, so it works like that.
Now you're not going looking out for clientele, but
Not
then
anymore. Like we really want to like do it off for everyone.
so there's so many brands out
Yeah,
there, and
yeah.
it sometimes gets very confusing.
Yeah.
So do you have to say something to the customers as to what should they look out for when they are selecting or trying out a brand which is in the
Right.
sustainable space?
So I mean, you're talking about the skincare segment.
Skincare, because something
Okay.
that they put on their hair and
Right.
skin is,
Right.
very
So,
important.
I would say like when they're just starting this conscious journey, try with products that are easy for you to use.
Okay.
Like for example, today when you look at our product base, we have face cleansers, we have body cleansers, we have hair cleanser. So hair cleanser takes a little time to get used to because it's a powder cleanser. It's a replacement to a very easy shampoo.
Correct.
But a face cleanser,
I had the trouble too.
yeah, I know. Even I had that
Okay.
initially. But a face cleanser and body cleanser is easy.
Easy.
So start the journey, understand the benefits, benefit out of it, and then eventually you will only get interested and you only want to try the hair cleanser also because
No, I was talking about how do they pick a brand which
Right.
is authentic, which is clean, pure.
Right.
Like, do you have a suggestion or something that they have to watch out for, like
Right.
to
See,
select the
first
right
thing
brand?
is look at the ingredients.
Okay.
So see that if the brand is really open about their ingredients, because there are so many brands that they call themselves as Ayurvedic. You look at a water-based product.
Okay.
It cannot be chemical free. It is not possible. If there is water, there is spreading of bacteria inside. So you have to add a
See, these are the things
preservative
I
to
want
it.
you to share.
So
Okay.
don't don't go, don't think that it is Ayurvedic. Make a choice, make a confirmed choice that it is not 100% natural product.
Okay.
You want to go ahead with it, you are, but you are using a chemical product. You're not using a 100% natural product.
Okay.
So that's how some brands like try to put it out that way. But there are preservatives when there is a chemical, like a water based product or
That's
a gel
right.
based or a lotion based. They are all chemical. Only powders and oil forms, they are something that they last long
Okay.
without a preservative base. So they
so
are
that's
like
very important knowledge.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that is something that we at Tribe Concepts also want to push forward, that
Okay.
it is 100% preservative free, shorter shelf lives, and in the right forms that can call themselves really natural.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
very
like-
informative, and I didn't know that. Thank
yeah,
you.
because yeah, I mean there is water, there is preservative, as simple as that. So
Right.
it's like that. Yeah.
And I saw your packaging, and I
Yeah.
think it's so innovative, and it's like nothing is unsustainable, from A to Z.
Right.
How did you achieve it, and what is the, that conscious thought process which went behind it?
So that definitely is like an evolution for us. So it's not like that happened like from beginning. In the beginning, we also had like, our oil was in a plastic bottle.
Okay.
So we want to be sustainable. We want to be cleaner. We want to have that kind of an alternatives. But it was a journey. Like we started figuring out the end product that, maybe tomorrow I can still make it more and more sustainable. Like, even try to do other things also. That maybe today, even if it is there in a 1% or 2% or even 10% way. So it's a journey that we are towards sustainability and ensuring that, even the plasters today that we use are all paper plasters. So, even in office,
Right.
everything is like paper
Scotch
plaster.
tape,
yeah.
kind of the paper tape,
Paper
yeah.
tape.
Okay.
So everything is like that. So we are very very important for us is to take the sustainable route and what is going to the customer's hand. And one more thing is, we want everything that Tribe Concepts is giving, I want them to preserve it.
Okay.
Like, be it our boxes or be it our, like, the tins.
Okay.
So I don't want them to be discarded. So, that is also
The souvenirs from
right.
Tribe Concepts.
Right. So it's like that. So the coconut bowls, like, for
Right.
them to use the product and, things like that. So we want them to be like used, and yeah, that's how it's like a process, and we're still doing it. Yeah.
So Amrita, I mean, every company needs to plan what's going to be its future. And what are your future plans and expansion plans?
Very interesting question, and this is something that I want to tell everyone
Okay.
too, because we are really looking at adding a lot more sustainable products to our existing
That's
product line,
wonderful.
especially in skincare also. Like,
Okay.
there are so many. This is not just these. Like, there are more products for your specific problems also.
Okay.
Like, so we want to expand our line, the product line, in a very bigger way.
Okay.
Plus, also extensively, we are looking at growing at an offline space and a global level also, with the
Oh.
kind of acceptance that we are getting from everyone, like in all
Correct.
parts of the country, and also from the global places where people are asking us, like, when can we expect you there, kind of a thing. So, so we are looking at extensively growing at a, as I said,
So
like
lot
a
more
global level.
products and
Lot more products
global.
and lot more like expansion plans, like on an offline presence. Most importantly, it's like, if people want to get the product, we want to create different, easier ways for them to get it. Not just like, I'm here, just come here, and I'll be here in multiple places. So I just want it to be more accessible and easy for them. Yeah.
Why is Ayurveda picking up so rapidly? Because I've seen in the last just 1.5 years, so many brands. How is it relevant to the modern lifestyle?
I think it's time. I think people have started observing results. Usually trends pick up. But what happens, like, when a trend starts, the result of the trend is what takes it forward.
Correct.
So
Especially skin, hair.
especially skin and hair, people are seeing results, people are liking it, people are comfortable, people are understanding that they're not putting a lot of chemicals, people are like really taking that forward. And these are like some of the things that, very it's easy to adapt also. It's not that difficult as what they thought. So these are some of the things that, really have like really, as Ayurveda, people are looking at the lifestyle change. They're seeing that how having these kind of, even in, not only in skincare, not only, also in edibles and also in food,
Correct.
natural foods, people are looking at the results, they are liking it, and that's how I think this trend is here to stay. So it's gonna be there.
And it's an ancient
Yeah,
knowledge.
it's something
It's
like,
not something like a
yeah.
fad or
It's
something
not
which
at all,
just came.
not at all, because that's how,
They're
like,
valuing that, right?
trends come in, people look at it, it results instantly, then they figure out that they have side effects, or they have, like, they are not sustainable anymore, and they leave.
Right.
And now this is not something like that. This is a trend that people are going to love, they are loving, and it's
Right.
going to stay. That's it. So it's like that.
Do you
yeah.
have plans for any Ayurvedic spas or anything like
Yeah,
that?
definitely.
Yeah,
Like,
you do?
that's there in our plans, like
Wonderful.
Ayurvedic spas also, and also edibles, and also
Oh,
like
also edibles. That's
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
And also a lot of products. Like, we in fact started our zero waste tools very recently. Like, we want to, as I said, like, we want to create like a tribe who uses as much as sustainable products as
And one
possible.
company trying to provide everything to the tribe.
With to the tribe. So these are the kind of things that we are looking at in the near future. Yeah.
So Amrita, recently I saw my friend Lakshmi Manchu post about the workforce in your organization, and
Right.
it was fascinating, and it was really nice because you're encouraging, women to work. Is it like a conscious choice to employ women at your
So,
organization?
it's a very interesting question. I mean, I did not mention this a lot of times, but today I just wanted to say that we are close to like 60 to 65 employees today, and like across the tribe concepts, and out of which 59 are women.
Wow. Can I applaud you for that? Wow, that is
Yeah.
so motivating
Thank you
and
so much. Like
encouraging.
right from the top management to this thing, I can count the number of men we have. Like five, like six, like five, six. That's it.
Okay.
I can count. Rest of them are all women. It's highly a conscious choice. We want to all these women to come out and work and
Empower them.
empower them, and it feels so good. Like sometimes when we listen about their problems and when we understand that we are helping them, it feels so good and so nice.
Do you
All of
also
them.
have skill development for them?
Yes, absolutely. We have skill development, we have programs for them, we
Wow.
have initiatives for them where they can come and talk about some problems to us, and there is also health facility for these women.
Wow.
And it's so nice to see all of them, like some of them are doing for their children, some of them for their husbands, like exactly like how Lakshmi Manju mentioned on our post. In fact, I really thanked her, like from the bottom of my heart, because that was exactly what, like whatever she wrote, she felt it, but very coincidentally, that's exactly what we are trying to do. Like
Right.
how these women are really empowering their families
Women
also.
standing up for women,
Women
right?
standing up for women. So it's amazing. Like it feels so good.
Right.
And even when in like our corporate office is in Bangalore, so the ground office is in Rajahmundry,
Okay.
where our factory is. So even in Bangalore also there is like a good gang of young girls, very
Okay.
high spirited, want to
Right.
take the company forward. Like there's only one male, like 10 girls and one male in the Bangalore office also. So
Right.
it's like that. So a lot of women, it's so much fun, and like to
Right.
look at all them, like take them forward kind of a thing. Yeah.
So is it just because you wanted to support women, or do you think women bring something with them when they start working at a company?
I think it's both. Both. I
What do they bring to
grew.
the company?
So there's more committed, like the way they really look at the
Okay.
growth of the company, and somewhere like they're more like committed with their procedures, their processes, and their ideologies. So with respect to how what they bring into the table, and more hardworking, more committed, and of course that is one part of it that we have, especially in this creative fields that we have been like, sustainable space, creative space. So these are some of the angles that we are working for the tribe concepts. In these particular areas, we are really liking the way the women are getting their this thing into their ideas and all into it. For example, like being it like someone coming up and saying that let's do a paper pouch, let's do this. So they're very creative. And recently, like one of our employees, she's saying like to all our, I mean, it's very nice to get these ideas from these people. They're like, we have books, right? So so she was telling like all of us have diaries, we all maintain our personal books and diaries to write our daily. She's like, why don't we have this cloth made books, like the cover is like a nice like recyclable
Okay.
material, very recyclable quality paper, and good cloth cover of the book. So she
Okay.
was telling like very such kind of creative ideas plus sustainable ideas.
Right.
And
So you
these
think
are the,
women can bring those
they
kind of
are, they are
ideas?
bringing it, like at all levels, like
Okay.
right from the ground level to the high management level, everyone are bringing in brilliant ideologies and thought processes in the space we are in. And of
Fabulous.
course, like at the ground level, we always want to empower like women, and they can do it. You can train them, they can do it very well. We are the happiest thing is that they are coming out of their house and
Right.
working. So at a ground level, that's a very satisfying thing for us. It feels so good, like
Right.
in the recent picture that Lakshmi shared, that we were so happy to look at that picture also
Post.
personally for Women's Day. It was very satisfying for us to see like a lot of
It was,
women.
it's so encouraging
Yeah.
also, right? For you to do more in
Very
this
much, very
aspect.
much. I mean, whenever we look at all these things, we are like, now I want to grow this number. I want to have like really more women added to this, and feels very, and all these programs also, like health programs and things like that. I think I'm really not sure whether everyone does this also, but in our company, even the ground level people,
Right.
we have mental support, health support for them also.
Wow.
Like, you know, where there is a psychologist who come and
Right.
discusses and tells them, because they are the one who does not have great access to psychologists.
Correct.
Neither do they have knowledge and subject of all of that. So we really try to go to them and talk to them, like, you know,
About
because they
mental
have
health
mental
also.
health, they have a lot of problems.
Correct.
It feels very nice for them also to discuss all these things, get a solution, understand that they're not alone.
Right.
You know,
The
accept.
concept of mental health is not there at all,
It's
right?
not
Among
there.
those
Not
in
at
that sector
all.
of people.
Not at all. And it feels so good, like, you know, when we see it with these people, because
Nice.
other people and all, they're you know, getting up that knowledge,
Right.
and they're, like, you know, upping their game in that. But to that people,
Yeah.
like ground team also, we are very happy that we are doing that. Yeah.
Super. So I learned a lot of things about you, your journey, about your company, your philosophy and ideologies, and it was so inspiring, Amrita.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much for being on my show, and keep doing the great work, keep empowering, keep bringing more people into your tribe.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shilpa. I mean, I know this show, you have been asking a lot of questions to me, but you know, if I really want to ask you 100 more questions. So thank you so much, because what you are doing is brilliant. Like, not today, not today. I have been following your journey for the last couple of years in everything you do in the best way possible.
This is so humbling, but I think this is all about you today.
No, but I really admire
Thank
you.
you.
The sustain card is again a brilliant idea, and
And
congratulations
you're rocking on
for
it.
that. I think it's a good combination, you and Tribe Concepts.
And I'm sure our collaboration is going to go much farther than this.
Definitely, and I very much happy to be on your show, Shilpa. Like, this is
Thank you.
exactly what I love, and we're
I'm
doing
so
that today.
glad. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And before you leave, we have a wonderful nourishing hamper for you from Nourish You. Super happy to have this meaningful conversation with Amrita. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel. Do not miss any updates. See you all next week. Signing off, Shilpa Reddy.